media.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Fringe. I really need to talk to you guys about the CBC because I, for one, even back into my childhood years, said that I never saw really much of value of anything coming from the CBC, but we also look at the millions and millions and millions, if not billions of dollars that are funneled into the CBC every year. The government's paid propaganda network, the Clown Broadcasting Corporation, well, now they've taken a new stance. And while I've always cheered on shows like This Hour Has 22 Minutes, little disappointed in them this time around, I gotta say. You know, back in the days of the good old Royal Canadian Air Farce, I know that politics was a funny thing to discuss. It was always a humorous thing, and it was always satirical enough that you didn't take it seriously. If you look back again to the Air Farce days and think about them making fun of guys like Preston Manning, Jean Chrétien, I think they did a good job with the comedy that they were doing because they were very biased when it came to their position on the landscape of Canadian politics. But what we're seeing now is the cast coming out and essentially attacking freedoms in Canada as well as the Freedom Convoy and making a mockery of what went on because, well, good old Captain Tampon, Justin Trudeau, well, he pays them. Now, he's made it very clear at his correspondence dinners that, of course, he pays them to do what he tells them to do. And now that is making a mockery out of the Freedom Convoy. Now, Tamara Leach and Chris Barber are just wrapping up their trial, so it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of that. We also have rumor going around that the Coots 4 are going to be expected to serve 9 years in jail. Yes, 9 years. That is what the Crown is requesting. So, of course, people getting completely pushed back by the government here, people being harassed to the point that the government will not let up on what's going on. But even the Clown Broadcasting Corporation wants to make a mockery of things. So here we go. Good old friend of the channel, Bradshaw, tweeting out, CBC, well, this is how our taxpayer money is being spent, making fun of Canadians who stood up to this government. Absolutely disgusting. Hashtag no confidence in Trudeau. She missed the hashtag to defund the CBC. I think it's time to defund them. Let's take a look. I'm only going to be able to play a few seconds of this because anytime I've shown these clips in the past, CBC is very quick to flag me for copyright abuse. So let's just, I'll skip through it and you guys can see exactly what's going on here.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure disinformation. Try your luck in a truck demonstration. Let's begin, take a spin, traveling in a world of fabrication, and we'll see Terry Fox desecration.
I mean, it's appalling. The CBC clearly, I'm lost. I'm lost for words. At a time when people were locked in their homes, their privileges were taken away. They couldn't go to movie theaters. They couldn't go to restaurants. They couldn't really go anywhere. They were losing their jobs if they didn't get on board with government mandates. A group of truckers, a very large group of truckers, stood up and said, no more. We're not going to put up with that. They risked everything. In fact, as I mentioned earlier in the video, some are still on trial, including people like Pat King, who are back in jail, that essentially gave up their rights and freedoms much longer than us, the rest of us did. People, their bank accounts frozen. People were trampled by horses. Let's take another look at a clip.
Crazy, it has to be true.
Oompa loompa doopity dee. This is a job for the OPP. Oompa loompa doopity doo. RCMP, this job is for you.
I mean, I'm just flabbergasted that this is what our tax dollars fund.
You won't take a vaccine, but takes hydroxychloroquine. Threaten politicians just by typing on a screen. The anti-vax can.
I mean, this is, and it doesn't even stop from there. It doesn't even stop. It continues. Very good friend of the channel, Keith Wilson, tweeting out Ryan Garrettson's original tweet. Okay, this is getting out of control. It's endless. I'm just clipping parts of these disgusting skits. They're mocking the people who deliver almost every single consumer good and food to our stores. Who felt that this was okay to do from the CBC? Again, this is our tax dollars. Take a listen to this.
Oh, Canada! Our trucks have flags
flags on them. True patriot trucks, and all our sons are trucks. Oh, Canada, we drive on roads for Trump.
So, first off, the singing is appalling. I have to get past that. But I'm going to clip out of that for a second, just to say how, like, is this supposed to be funny? Is this comedy? Now, many people found my book humorous, How the Prime Minister Stole Freedom, which again was more of a mock at the government. It was a knock at those who are public figures. It was a knock at those who put terrible locked mandates against us, against the people, that caused people to lose not only their humanity, but their jobs, their way of life, their bread and butter on the table. This is a bunch of clowns in a government-funded TV studio who think that this is what comedy looks like. They always say that the left can't meme. I mean, this is at its highest the true definition of that claim. That I don't find any part of that humorous. Even if I were to, and like I said, I've got a very warped sense of humor. I can look at dark comedy. I can step outside the box and say, you know, if I were on this side of the spectrum, would I find this humorous? And I just can't find anything in those sketches that even comes across as humorous or funny. I don't see how that's comedy. And again, maybe I'm overlooking it. I don't know. Maybe somebody could tell me in the comments if they think it's funny, but let me know what you guys think down below. For the people who got in their trucks, who gave up their livelihoods, who had their windows smashed, their possessions absolutely destroyed. If you remember Dave over at Live at the Shed when he was broadcasting on YouTube, I mean, the truck he was in had the window smashed. His laptop was destroyed. The windows were pushed in, left in impound while snow came into the truck. God knows how much damage that caused. We saw independent reporters being tear gassed and beaten by police, women being trampled by horses. We saw people being accosted by police, bank accounts frozen again, Tamara Leach, Chris Barber, many others thrown in jail, Pat King, the Coots Four. And again, their trials haven't ended. Their pandemic has not ended, while the CBC wants to take millions and millions every year from taxpayers and make a mockery out of it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think this is appropriate? Do you think it's funny at all? Like, even again, if you're looking outside of things you support, do you find it funny? Let me know what you think down below. If it's your first time here, hope this video has earned your subscription. Make sure as you're clicking that bar down below, you hit the bell for notifications. Join me live here on the channel each and every week for Friday Night Fringe, our weekly live streaming show, where we talk about all the things that have happened this week in politics and everything coming up in the week ahead, and a little bit of back and forth within the community, joined by my beautiful wife, Mrs. Fringe. It's always great to chat with you guys outside of making these videos and hear what you have to say, and we always have a good time in those streams. In fact, it's not always politics. Sometimes we have a couple of laughs too, and a little bit of back and forth with you guys and some AMAs as well. Make sure to join us. It all goes down at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central here on the channel each and every Friday. I look forward to seeing you all there. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy this video. I'll catch you on the next one.